She blogs as Bird Girl, as an environmental activist who's fought to make the sector ethnically diverse. She was awarded an honorary doctorate from Bristol University last week at the age of 17. And she has been named as one of the Bristol's most inspiring people.
Hello, Bristol! Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to everyone coming along, despite, frankly, the awful weather. It's an amazing turnout to see this many people who genuinely care about climate change. And I also want to give a massive shout out to the Youth Strikes team for putting this amazing event together. So, Greta, welcome to our amazing city, and thank you for being with us today. In 2018, Bristol was the first city to declare a climate emergency, and it was the first to declare an ecological emergency only 4 weeks ago, which is something that all Bristolians should be so proud of. She's in great company here today with amazing young climate activists. The global north has created this massive issue, and we have to take responsibility for fixing it, rather than trying to pass the cost and the pain down to the global south, and those who have contributed the least to climate breakdown. My mum's family is Bangladeshi, and they work in the textiles industry, and exporting clothes has raised the living standards of millions of people. And so simply telling people to stop buying foreign fast fashion is going to create dire consequences for the people least responsible for climate change and consumerism. Instead, we need to help them create a new livelihood. Another example is the batteries in electric cars. They need cobalt, but 15% of this is mined by African children. The solutions for stopping climate change cannot rely on the exploitation of human beings. We have to think about the impact on the most vulnerable people as we work our way towards a sustainable Earth. This means the system has to change. Everything that you're doing to prevent climate change is amazing and is so needed, but we also need our leaders to step up and act now. We've wiped out nearly 60% of animal population in the last 50 years. In the UK, our biodiversity loss is staggering. We are ranked 189th out of 218 countries on how depleted our biodiversity is. But it's not all doom and gloom, sorry. There is so much happening, and all of you being here today shows that. I'm really proud to be ambassador for Survival International, which is an organisation that fights for the rights of Indigenous peoples around the world. And I was contacted this week by Sandra Mai, an Indigenous campaigner for the Ecuadorian Amazon, where I've stayed with Indigenous peoples, who's telling me about the Amazon rivers being poisoned by mining, killing people and fish. She said, "Only together can we face these global challenges. Why should we allow mining when reparation is impossible? Please help us to amplify our voices. Please help us to save our rivers, our jungle, our home." And we're here today to work together and to amplify all of our voices. Greta Thunberg is leading the charge to a bright future, and we're all right behind her. I believe that to do the best job we can, we must consider climate change through a lens of poverty, politics, strife and racism. This is why an inclusive and diverse youth movement is essential. We must look at who's affected and how they're affected. Now, more than ever, it's important to remember that inequality of engagement creates inequality of an opportunity, and an unequal world can never be a sustainable one. Thank you.
This month is the 1-year anniversary of Bristol Youth Strikes, and I think it's just so important to maintain our position and not allow ourselves to fade away and allow the conversation to fade away, and that's why today has been so important, because it's showing that we're still here and still going strong.